Very early on in New York City, in the kind of heyday of prank shows, where there were prank shows everywhere. Punk'd had been a huge hit on MTV, and so suddenly everybody needed to have prank shows. And I got hired for a Comedy Central prank show pilot called Roommate Wanted. We all lived in an enormous loft in Tribeca. And the way this show was gonna work was we were gonna get people who needed a place to live, and then we were gonna start fucking with them. They would come into the place and be like, whoa, whoa, oh my God, this is amazing. And we would engage in hours of insanity towards them. Like real crazy nonsense. Like the landlord would come up who was mad at us and he had a hammer. Two of the people in the house were a couple, and so they would get into a screaming fight with each other. Everything would just spiral out of control until the point where, and this happened in every single one of these instances, the person would begin to cry. I have to leave. I don't know what's going on. I feel like you guys are fucking with me. It was my job to make it seem normal. I was like supposed to be their friend. Eventually, Mark would be left alone in the apartment, and the crazy ex-roommate would show up. Who the fuck are you? This is my apartment. You think you're gonna live? Fuck you, man. People would just become inconsolably sad, at which point they would tell me to reveal it. The cameraman would come out and be like, ha ha, with the person tears streaming down their face and me being like, hey, you just got pranked. You're on a brand new show on Comedy Central called Roommate Wanted. And this only caused the person to become more upset. What is this? What are you talking about? Is this apartment even for rent? I just moved here and you guys all seem so nice and it's just been really hard for me. And we would be like, oh no. It was soul crushing for us. All of the cast, we would all in between the setups just sit on the set just kind of like, oh, this is awful. But what instantly became clear was that it's not just kind of some, you're shopping for pants. People who need a place to live are very vulnerable. And so the minute the first person showed up, we all instantly realized, oh, no. This is a nightmare. I would argue this show should never get remade again. And not surprisingly, the pilot was not picked up to series.